friends, welcome to Selection IS. Today we are going to know about a very important accord that's called Abraham Accords. So recently ongoing war between the Israel and the Hamas has actually given rise to the situation of instability and the violence in the region. And in context of that, Abraham Accord that was signed in 2020 to make this region quite normal and stable. But now this particular accord is in the danger situation. So let's understand some of the important thing about Abraham Accord. Okay, so this Abraham Accord actually was signed between the Israel and several Arab states in 2020 in the presidency of Donald Trump of the United States of America. So basically this was a historic shift in diplomatic relation in the Middle East. So when we actually look with the help of map, so before this it is very important for the UPSC aspirant to have a very good glance over the Middle Eastern region, because many a time in prelim exam there are questions from this region. So from prelim perspective this region is very important, so it is advisable to student to have a look over these important country in the Middle Eastern part. So let's understand. You see the Israel is here, this much location, it touches border with the Jordan, and from the north Syria and the Lebanon, and from the south Egypt. So these are some of the important countries that are actually touches border with the Israel. So you see country here, Iran, Saudi Arabia, UAE is here, Oman is here, Yemen is here, Bahrain is here, Kuwait is here, Iraq is here, Syria is here, Lebanon is here, Palestine is here, Egypt is here. So these are some important countries when it's come to the Western Asian part of the region, right? So let's understand some of the features of Abraham Accord. As there are not good relation of Israel with the many Middle Eastern countries, be it Iran, Saudi Arabia and other Islamic countries in the region. This accord actually have an objective to make normalization of time in between the Israel and the Arab countries. So this is a very good significant when it's come to bringing stability, normalization in the Middle Eastern part. So let's understand some of the important fact about the Abraham Accord. At the name Accord, Abraham Accord, so it actually signifies common ancestors of the Jews, Arabs and the biblical Abraham. So this also signifies the expression of brotherhood. So basically this initially it was agreed in the joint statement by the United States, Israel, the United Arab Emirates on August 13, 2020. So these are some of the important facts with respect to Abraham Accord. So basically it was signed under the presidency of Donald Trump in 2020. So basically in that particular occasion is a country like UAE actually signed normalization diplomatic relation with the Israel. So let's understand some of the other aspect of this accord. So as we understood that the region is stable and there is ongoing war between the Israel and the Hamas, and at the same time we also see the rivalry between the Iran, Saudi Arabia, and obviously the tense relation between the Iran and Israel is also one of the matter of concern for the stability of the region. So basically this accord actually focuses on making the region normal, and that's why it focuses on the normalization of Israel relation with the Arab country, and at the same time it has some other component as well. So just like it also has an important component that's called economic cooperation, because economy is one of the important domain when it's come to making a relation with the other country. So when a country comes and collaborate on economic issues and economic cooperation, then actually it provides a conducive environment for the favorable relation between the countries. So it has a component of economic cooperation that actually promotes economic cooperation and trade between the Israel and the country who are going to sign this Abraham Accord. Another component of this Abraham Accord is security cooperation. So basically security has been an issue in the region. So this accord has also very important component that's called security component. So in that the country, those who are going to participate in the Abraham Accord as a member of it, they will cooperate in the area of security. So thereby it will give push toward the making region stable. So it includes the intelligence sharing, coordinated efforts to counter common threats just like terrorism, radicalization, people to people contact is also one of the very important component of this Abraham Accord. So this will actually encourage people to participate in cultural and people-to-people exchanges, including the tourisms, academic collaboration and interfaith dialogue. So these are some important area, because when the people-to-people interaction actually increases, so it creates an element of trust. So that is very important when it's come to addressing the threat, and obviously making forward for positive relation. And one more component is broader regional implication. So this accord will have a broader regional implication, because till now many of the Islamic countries of the Middle Eastern have not signed diplomatic relation with Israel due to the Palestinian issue. So this Abraham Accord encouraged Middle Eastern country to actually make diplomatic relation with Israel and make region economically prosperous, stable and obviously quite secure. As we understand, India has a very deep interest in the Middle Eastern region when it's come to the diaspora and the energy security. So near around 7 million Indian people are working in the Gulf country. At the same time, for our energy security, we depend on the Gulf country. So it is very important to have a normal, stable, peaceful Middle Eastern region for India's sustainable economic supply, sustainable obviously supply of energy and safety and security of the Indian diaspora. So it will have some benefit for India's interest. So let's understand what are those benefits that this accord will give to India. First, it will enhance regional connectivity. So connectivity will boost India's trade with the Gulf countries. So that's also one of the very good points. So basically this benefited Indian diaspora, students, business, making travel, trade more convenient. The second benefit that the accord will provide to India is economic opportunity. Indian businesses engage with Israel and the participating Arab nations in various sectors, leading commercial collaboration. So this will good economic cooperation between India and the Gulf countries. Next, educational and cultural exchange. So that is also one of the very important area, and obviously the benefit for the India due to this Abraham Accord. So Indian students gain improved access to the international study program and university in the regions. Next, partnership in critical areas. The formation of groups like I2, U2 groups comprising Israel, India, UAE, US highlighted the opportunity for the joint investment in critical sector. So this offer long-term economic and strategic benefit for India. So that is a very important point. So when we come to the critical technology, so Israel is obviously mastering that technology. So successful, stable, peaceful region will actually provide a conducive environment that will actually boost India's obviously technical cooperation, and India will gain the technical gain from the obviously country like Israel. So that's a very important benefit that the India can have due to this Abraham Accord. However, Accord has a very good objective and intention, but obviously it has some challenges. So because we understand the region is unstable, there is the issue of terrorism, radicalization and also ongoing Israel and Hamas conflict, I would say the war, has made situation quite worse for the Abraham Accords. So country like Saudi Arabia, it was indicating a very positive signal, like it is about to actually have a stable diplomatic relation with Israel, but because of this ongoing war, that is Israel-Hamas war, has made situation quite difficult for the country like Saudi Arabia to have a diplomatic relation with the Israel. So that's also one of the matter of concerns. Besides that, the Palestinian issue has been one of the major issue in the region, because of which many Islamic countries are reluctant to actually have a normal tie with Israel. So that's also one of the biggest factor, and obviously this ongoing situation will factor this Abraham Accord in a very bad shape. Yeah, the Palestinian issue has been the major issue. So obviously Palestinian future and the opposition of these accords from Iran, Qatar, 86% of Palestinians believe the normalization of agreement with the UAE serves only the Israel's interest rather than the interest of Palestinian people and their concerns. So that is also one of the factor, and country like Iran is actually in opposition of this Abraham Accords. So because of which things are not working in a right way. At the same time, we have also a cultural conflict. So the region is also infused with the Shia-Sunni conflict. Obviously Iran, Saudi Arabia conflict, But good part was that these two countries are now in the stable mode of relation, but this situation has made the situation quite conflictual, and this further actually makes situation quite complex, obviously because of the issue. Though the Abraham Accord was signed by a country like Qatar and the Bahrain, but when it's come to geopolitical influence of the Bahrain, it's a very minuscule, very small country of the Gulf region. So countries signing Abraham Accord will not quite effectively give a positive outcome to the Abraham Accord, because major countries like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Qatar, they are out of the accord till now. The second point, the multilateral power struggle. So the region is also infused with the power struggle. There is constant infighting between the Iran and the Saudi Arabia through their proxies. Just like Iran actually support Houthis of Yemen, and similarly Saudi Arabia also actually protests and use some means to stop this and reduce the influence of the Iran in the region. So this region has also multi-power conflict, so this will also make situation quite difficult for the Abraham Accord to be succeeded in a positive way. The next challenge for this Abraham Accord could be the funding constraint. So see, Abraham funds was set up as the part of the accord and delegated approximately $3 billion for the development and initiative in the Middle Eastern region. So, but this is but there is a shortage of fund, because this is not quite significant when we talk about the stability and obviously economic cooperation and trade. We need to have a larger fund for the region, but this fund is not quite sufficient. So therefore that is also one of the challenges before the Abraham Accord. Yeah, so Abraham Accord was very important if it need to be succeeded, because when we talk about the peace, stability in the Gulf region or in the Middle Eastern region, it is important to have some positive outcome and positive processes. Toward that, Abraham Accord is one of them. The country of the region should come forward positively and agree to the terms and the condition of the Abraham Accord and move positively for the larger period and for the interest of all the stakeholders. So obviously this recent ongoing conflict has obviously made situation quite worse for the Abraham Accord, but we should be hopeful so that the situation become quite stable and Abraham Accord gives some positive outcomes. So this is all about Abraham Accord. Hope you like the video. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to Selection IAS. To get the important PDF of Abraham Accord, you can join our Telegram channel of Selection IAS.